All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our Rooted in LA post-game show edition, presented by Vizzy. You saw those, right? All right.
We have Kristi Toliver and Nneka Ogwumike here today, and I am just so excited to have them join us today. We are in the presence of legends, okay? So I want to know, when you were a rookie, or actually growing up in basketball, who had the biggest influence on you basketball-wise from the Sparks franchise?
Oh, shoot. I mean, obviously, like Lisa.
Period.
It's a cliche answer for a reason, you know? When it comes to the legacy of the Sparks, definitely being able to watch someone like Lisa Leslie, who was unapologetically herself, but who was also a strong black woman in a prominent market that really made a name for herself. And then, of course, being 4 years removed from Candace was a big deal too, you know, because I'm coming out of high school watching her do what she does, and then I'm coming into the league watching her play, and then playing with Kristi and Elena Beard, and I mean, some of the vets that we rep today. Like, I played with DMJ, I played with Ebony Hoffman. You know, these are household names, and so for me to be able to reminisce on that, but then also to be reconnected, you know, and to be able to continue to play with Kristi with so much time and history and legacy, it's a beautiful thing.
We stand a championship duo. We just truly do. But it's interesting to me because Lisa had that on-screen personality, and so does Candace, has that on-screen personality, and now we get to catch you on screen this summer. Just, you know, I keep plugging it because I love when my queens thrive, and you are thriving. You. And now, Kristi, I want to know what Sparks player had an influence on your game, too?
You know, I think not so much watching as a younger person, but being here. I think Delisha Milton-Jones impacted me the most because of her work ethic. You know, when I got here, it was only my second year in the league, and we would be in the gym 2-3 hours before practice started, getting full workouts and getting full sweats in. And she just, like, brought me along. And I was that young, you know, I was eager. I just wanted to do everything and get better and get better and get better. And she was really the vet. She was kind of like me at this point, and she embraced me, and she just worked so hard that that's something that I just maintained throughout the course of my career. But I got to watch it from her, and she brought me along in that journey.
Wow, she's a legend from that era as well. That work ethic, it means everything. Now, you said you were working out early before the games. Was there a playlist involved? And if there is a playlist for Kristi Toliver, are there any 90s artists included on that playlist?
Well, back then, we didn't have all the things, okay? We didn't have the music. It was strictly business. But if there was a playlist, I like to go back to, like, college days. I like you know, mid-2000s hip-hop jams. Like, that's what gets me, like, feeling good. So that's always my go-to.
Okay.
No, Malski, don't let her get away without telling you a song or an artist, because she just left that vague.
No. I'm not letting her get away. Do you see I'm holding this right here? What is a specific song that you love?
Like any, like, T-Pain or, like, you know, like, buy you a track.
Oh! We got the vocals on Rooted in LA.
Listen, I know exactly who I'm inviting to karaoke night now.
Look, all I'm saying is if we had the arts, we would be fine with this, because I understand. I feel that religiously.
Wait till we have a round of golf. I'm playing all T-Pain. I can't wait. All right, Nneka, for you, on that playlist, are there any 90s artists? And if so, give me some artists and some songs.
I mean, you can't say 90s and 2000s without Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
My dad introduced me to Snoop, so I know a lot of Snoop. Music is like a love language of mine. So, like, I love Blackstreet, Donnell Jones. Like, we don't discriminate. You know, you can listen to R&B when you shoot. So, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Nice.
You can listen to R&B when you shoot. That's the bar. Now, everybody out there, you don't need the trap all the time. You can listen to some nice, smooth jams as you're getting, you know, your shot on. So we're gonna take it a little bit back. You know, typically Rooted in LA is our former players, but now you guys are still active. So our back is 2016. I want to know, whoever feels compelled to answer first. Take me back to the 2016 championship, the feeling that was, what it took to get there. I want to know all the things. So does everybody.
Go ahead, Kate.
I mean, I think the word that comes to mind is sacrifice. You know, we had so much talent on that team, so much personality, and it all fit. And it was just a matter of us having to give a little more some places and take away from some places. And we were all bought into that. Coach Agler did a good job just communicating with us throughout the course of the season and us understanding who we needed to be. But yeah, it was flat out sacrifice and one of the most fun, dynamic teams I've ever been a part of.
And I'm side-eyeing you, Nneka, because I remember that shot, and we all do. We were screaming loudly.
That shot.
I just want to know that play. Just let's walk it through. The people out there who don't know what happened, Ms. Nneka.
Oh, Lord. I mean, I just got a rebound and I put it back.
Period. She said I did the things to get me a ring, okay?
Just as simple as that? Just a random?
Well, I mean, like, to elaborate on it, it goes to what Kristi was saying. It's definitely about sacrifice. And I remember that year was crazy, and we just bought in. I remember AB would say that every single day. Like, when people would get frustrated, she'd just be like, buy in. And I'm just like, and you couldn't retort, you had to buy in. And so we all bought in. And I think I remember specifically, like, in that series, that was a historical series, even going into 2017. That year was it was a great year for me individually. I couldn't have done it without my teammates. But I do remember, like, in that series, when you have a year like that, it's very difficult to continue to do that in a series like that. And so in that particular game, I told myself, I was like, you just gonna have to do what everyone doesn't want to do. You can't, like, I had the mindset of sacrificing the accolades that came with that time and just going out there doing the dirty work. So a fun fact, if you guys want to, if you watch the game back, I was struggling scoring that game. But going into that game, I told myself, I said, if I can't get the rebound, no one else is. So if you go back and watch it back, I'm literally hitting the ball out every single time, or I'm like fouling someone every single time. And it took teammates like Kristi and everyone out there to just put the belief in me. And I think a lot of times we get into this zone where we start doubting ourselves, but because of the sacrifice and us buying into it, there was no room for me to be doubtful because my teammates were not doubtful about anything or me. So it was a beautiful year.
It's the hustle, heart, and bars for me.
That's a bar. Speaking of teammates, though, if you look back, sometimes different teammates bring different things. There you go. Speaking of teammates, if you could build, I'm gonna stick with you, Nneka. If you could build a 5-woman team from Sparks players, who would be your starting 5 for Sparks players?
Dang.
Kristi, watching you.
I'm gonna have to go with the front court that I've known, like me and CP, front court.
Of course.
KT is the 2.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to put AB at the 3,
Best
and
defender.
Tisha at the 1.
Wow.
Sounds like a championship team to me.
I mean, it's like it's basically the team I played with.
Period. She said I go with what I know, and we are legends. Okay,
my bad. Hurt.
Right now, I'm not gonna let you get out of that question. 5-woman team of all Spark players. Who would be your pick?
It's literally the same. I'll mix it up. I mean, I could easily go there. Tisha at the 1, me at the 2, AB at the 3.
I'm not going to be offended. It's totally fine.
No, I mean, I think
you
it's
see
too
the
hard.
decision
I'm definitely
process.
taking Nneka, and then I would take Lisa because I never had the opportunity to play with her.
Boom.
I got here
Nice.
1 year late, and I feel like that would be one person that I would have grown a lot from and just would have had the honor to have played with.
That's awesome. Awesome.
I mean, stack it up.
Yeah.
Run it up.
Yeah.
Get those rings.
Yeah.
So, actually, I'm going to stay with you with this one because you said you never got a chance to play with Lisa, but what's the best advice you've gotten from a vet that you've played with, and preferably a Sparks one, but I mean, you were a Sparks vet, so it's or whatever. Anyway, the best piece of advice.
I think just like, staying the course. I still can creep into bad habits, but, I used to be high, low. I would let my emotions were just on my sleeve. And it wasn't just one teammate, so I know that this is the lesson because it was multiple of just, staying the course, of just believing in yourself, believing in your teammates, like knowing you're trying to do the right thing, but just channeling all that energy into a positive place. That's what I would tell friggin' anybody.
So when you're not preaching, what are you receiving, Ms.
That was
Nneka?
a bar.
When you're not
First of
preaching,
all.
what are you receiving?
Well, honestly, like what I preach is what I learned, and so, there's kind of two things. I learned a lot from Delisha and from AB about preparation. And that wasn't based on what they said. That was all on just me watching what they did. When I tell you, if it wasn't a workout, they were shooting. If they weren't shooting, they were getting massage. If they weren't getting massage, they were buying healthy food. And I realized, I am a business. This is my job, and so I have to invest in that. And then, I hear it from my teammates all the time. KT tells me this all the time. It's just you're Nneka, And I think sometimes, tapping into that alter ego. My alter ego, I call her Nnekanator. So tapping into that alter ego.
Nice.
But
Love that.
I've had teammates that constantly remind me because there are times when I put myself in a box. And so having teammates that know me well enough to bring the monster out is something that's always been very helpful.
Monster, get it?
You gotta have friends.
Sorry.
It's a good
That
one.
was a
It's a good
plug.
one now. It's a
That
good
was
one.
It's the last
That was a Space Jam plug.
I've done
right
it three
there.
times this one
Did you
episode.
catch it? That was a plug.
I just want y'all to
right
see
there.
Nneka on the big screen, okay?
You need friends to bring the monster out. That's what you need. Teammates. All right. Speaking of the monster, bringing the monster out, and the alter ego, dressing, Nneka. Now, we've seen your walk-ins in last few seasons walk-ins. If you were a player in the 90s and you had a chance to dress in that style, what would your walk-ins be like? What would your style be like in the 90s?
Anything that T and Tamara were wearing or anything that Tatiana Ali was wearing in Fresh Prince. Anything.
Yes.
Come on, crop tops.
Anything.
It's giving crop top
Yes.
and scrunchies.
Yes. You know whose question this is next. You know where I'm going next. Okay.
I feel like I would dress the same. I would
Such a Katie answer.
I would dress like
you.
Kurt Cobain. I would have on a flannel and these
Yeah.
pants and these shoes,
Yeah.
Chucks,
That's funny. At the end of the show, I'm gonna make y'all do a runway walk just because I'm me.
That's awesome.
I love that for you, Kristi. So we're gonna launch it to the future because we've had 25 years of excellence on and off the court, but we have to look forward to the next 25 years. Being veterans and leaders on the team, what's one thing that you guys continue to share with the younger players of today?
Be great. Be great and be contagious.
Be contagious.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
I like
She
that.
says sprinkle that greatness on everybody.
like that.
Everybody by being yourself. Heard you,
I like
Miss
that.
Nneka.
Be
Yes, Prez.
contagious. Be contagious. You, Chris?
I would just say trust the journey. Just trust the journey. There's going to be highs, lows, peaks, valleys. Just trust your work and trust the process.
I got it.
All right.
And life isn't all basketball. It's all about balance, and you guys have things on and off the court. So in the next 10 to 15 years, we know y'all won't be playing unless y'all have some bionic knees and y'all just want to tell us about. But in the next 10 to 15 years, it's true. In the next 10 to 15 years, where do you guys see yourselves? Kristi, I'll start with you. What does success look like for you for that?
I hope I'm coaching the LA Sparks.
Oh,
go.
yes.
Period.
You.
Give me
Listen,
the thing, Malski.
listen.
I'll hoist it.
Where we at? Listen. Let's work that out now.
No, not now.
Not now.
She's still got work to do on the court, okay?
Get it started.
Let
Get
her
the process
crazy,
keep
started.
doing
Malski
what
got
she's
excited.
doing.
Get the process. No, because we still
got happy.
we saw 15 points today. We
Just,
saw 15 points, 4
yeah.
boards today. So not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not
No,
yet.
Not even close.
yet. All right. Nneka, for you.
I don't know what it will be called or what the title will be, but I see myself as a leader or in leadership in women's sports, specifically basketball. So, yeah.
She's being modest. She's already a president. She's going to be running the world.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
going
the
to be
president.
running the thing.
It's fine.
I kind of already run it.
I'm going to
but-
be working for her.
Exactly. Oh man.
We
All
are.
Let's switch it and let's have some fun. I'm going to start with Kristi. Nneka, I know you've got a role coming up in an incredible movie.
You don't
but
say.
Kristi, if you could star in any movie a sequel, so one movie you loved and you want to be in the second one, the next version of it, what would it be?
Don't say Space Jam.
Star Wars.
Star
Oh,
Wars.
shit.
If I could be in any of the Star Wars
Yes.
movies,
Dang.
sign me up.
Yes, I love it. You got a favorite episode?
No,
All of
no,
them.
they're all
of
too
them,
good.
right? Okay. All right, Nneka, outside of Space Jam.
Dang, I don't know. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna hit a curveball with this one.
Okay.
Like, not really a curveball, but like, okay, Space Jam has a lot of CGI in it, but like, I love animation, and like, one of my favorite movies is A Bug's Life. So if I could be like voice animation in A Bug's Life, that would be dope.
Nice. I like animation. I'm not going to tell you, but Moana is one of my favorites. Don't judge me.
He's a father.
Yeah, I'm a girl
Happy
dad.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's
Thank
Day
you,
and happy
thank you,
belated birthday,
thank you,
Malski. We have to put that out there.
Thank
we love you.
Thank you. But definitely. So let's go to fans. You want to jump to fans?
I think so, but before fans, I want to know where you guys see the WNBA being successful within the next 25 years. I know we talked about you guys off the court in 10 to 15, but what does a successful league look like to you in 25 years?
I always say this. I'm gonna be alive when the first $1 million contract is gonna get signed.
Woo! And
Yes.
she going to be the one to set it up,
Yes.
no, negotiating that.
That would be awesome.
That's
That would
it.
be awesome. Kristi, what about you?
It's the deep thought for me.
You know, I would like and hope that every NBA team would have a sister. I think that's where the money and that's where all the things will be channeled. I think every NBA team should have a WNBA team.
Put the pressure on it.
Yeah.
I hope we have some expansion too, but you know, we're not going to get into that right now because that's not on my script.
Yes.
So we have some fan questions, right, Malski?
We do.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Mylan.
How long have you been loving the Sparks?
My whole life.
Lifelong. Heard you. What's your question?
My question is for Kristi. Coming back to the Sparks was kind of a surprise for us as fans. What was it behind that decision making that made you come home? And we're very grateful and love to have you back.
I love to give a good surprise, you know. Wow. You know, originally it was to reunite with, I'm glad I still have one original that I can reunite with.
I'm still here.
It was almost just like a callback. I just felt like in my heart this was the place to be, and run it back. You know, have another opportunity to win in Championship City. You know, the death of Kobe Bryant had a lot of influence in my decision. Him being, you know, a hero of mine, a guy that I idolized forever. You know, to be back in this city, be back in Staples once we get back there, to play under his jerseys, like those things mean a lot to me. But the biggest thing was to reunite with this lady to my left, and get another ring. It was almost a no-brainer. When free agency happened, it was almost a no-brainer of where am I going to go? And so this is home, and that was it.
Thank you so much. So I'll still be shouting and cheering for that bag from courtside. So thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, courtside.
We got to get him a bigger mask.
Well, we have our last question.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I missed the joke. I always miss jokes. We have our last question. What's your name?
Esther,
Hi, and how long have you been a Sparks supporter?
for 22 years.
Wow.
Look,
22
yes.
She's not playing with y'all.
years.
No.
And I look.
Stop it. You look great. You look amazing. You very youthful. What's your question?
My question is that during the COVID crisis, Kristi participated with Dr. Courtney in a bunch of things on Facebook that kept things going for some of us that were without basketball and without community. Anything like television stuff in the wind for either of you guys to do something like that, to do either training video type things or talking to people about how to bring their spirits up?
You said, is there any future in us being in television?
in TV or doing like training videos or things like Dr. Courtney did about how to stay well and get your spirits up?
Oh, I mean, as far as I know, I don't know what we have planned, but for me, I leave all that TV stuff to Chanae. Yeah. I leave all that TV stuff to Chanae, but it's wonderful to hear that, because last year was a lot. And it's wonderful to hear that we had, we were able to still maintain that connection with you guys, and we're really grateful. Like, you guys, I don't even, like, it's amazing to me after last year that we are playing in front of you. Like, it's huge. And so we're glad that you guys came back. Yeah.
For us too.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, if somebody gives me an opportunity to do something, I'm all about it. I had fun. I remember that was a really good time. And Courtney's the best, so.
Shout out to
Gotta holler at
Courtney,
Courtney.
guys.
Dr.
Round of
Courtney.
applause for Courtney.
Court's Corner.
Yes, there she is. There she is over there. Courtney is amazing. Any more fan questions? We good?
I think we're wrapped
All
for
right.
that, Malski. We have taken enough of their time, but I'm
have.
so happy to be sharing this with you guys on such a historic day, the 97 game, New York, LA, and you know what? We're on this court, and we're here to stay, right?
We are here to stay. I have to say, personally, as a girl dad, there is no better influences, better role models than you all for my daughters. There's nothing better, no one better. So I pray, I hope that they can continue to watch you and just grow and learn from you guys. So thank you for what you do, not only on the court, but off the court as well.
And
Thank
we
guys.
don't say
Really.
the WNBA is so important for no reason, right?
Yeah.
Y'all keep doing what you do.
Yes. So how about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Kristi Toliver and Nneka Ogwumike.
Thank
And
you.
guys, be sure to tune in to next month's Rooted in LA. We're here every single month. We're bringing the energy. We have our icons living, and they're just going to share it with us. And also make sure you follow the Sparks at LA_Sparks and LA_Sparks Entertainment, because we're coming at you every single day with new, exciting content. And yeah, we out.
And all today, this Rooted was brought to you by Vizzy. We want to make sure we give a shout out to Vizzy.
Shout out to
Thank
our
you guys
sponsor.
so much for attending today's game. God bless and drive safe, guys. How about another round of applause for
Keep the energy.
your LA Sparks? Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for-
Thank
Thank
you.
you.